Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm starting to run out of storage, bro, on my phone, bro. I need to really stop making mistakes in my videos. But welcome back to another video. I don't know which attempt this is, but I'm going crazy a bit. But I'm gonna just go over with this video, fixing everything wrong with the Xbox Series S. Legitimately, not everything, because not a lot of problems with it. Now I think there's only two major problems. I think, and I'm gonna start with the first one already. Storage. Like your storage, bro. Basically, the Series S will say on the box that it has 512 gigabytes of storage of SSD, which you might say is not a lot, but with the software, that actually, basically the software, of course, similar to Windows, Android, iOS. I don't know what is the software called here, but the OS, the operating system, takes up around 200 gigs or something like that. Which leaves you, guess what? That's gonna sound so bad, but that leaves you with 364 gigabytes of storage, which is actually insane. Now I can actually prove this. Now the reason why it says 715 is because I'm gonna explain that later. But if I unplug the hard drive, boom, now this is my actual storage. Now all the games that were on that thing, that is a hard drive by the way. Now you're gonna see all the games that were on there. I think it was Warzone, and then Minecraft Preview, and then GTA. Thank goodness. But if I just plug this back in, oh wait, what the? Oh, there's a hair. That is nasty. Ignore the floor, by the way. This is actually a rented apartment, so yeah, disgusting. As you can see, it's about to go in a bit. I just want you to look at the difference that will happen. It's kind of hard to hold this phone, but... And it's in. Wait for it to spin. Boom! The connection's too weak. Is it plugged in properly? No, it's not. But as you can see here, now it should work. And I need the controller. But anyway, we're just gonna plug it in right here. Now, the reason I don't want to show the controller because there's actually a ton of problems. I'm just kidding, there's only two. I'm just joking around with you. Do not get scared, bro. But anyways, that's clear. Now we have our 700 gigabytes back. Now that error because it wasn't fully in. But as you can see here, now it's brighting and shining, and it should stop doing that after a while until it stops fully, I don't know, working. But now we have our games back. Now let me show you what to do with your storage. Now, if you have an old hard drive with a USB-A out thingy, you can plug it in into your console. You have an old hard drive laying around, grab it, plug it in the front port. No, you don't want to use the back port. If you do, go ahead. But the reason why I don't use the back port is because it's slightly slower. The fastest USB-A port is on the front. But if you want to use keyboard and mouse, that means you're going to have to go to the back. And since keyboard and mouse are only like two basic keyboard and mouse, you plug your keyboard in here and your mouse in here. Or your mouse in here, or your keyboard in here, or your mouse in here, or your... whatever, bro. But these are actually two. Now, my mouse is already in here. This is actually a wireless mouse. As you can see here, just to prove it to you, as you can see, it's USB-A. And I can plug it in here just to actually prove that this is also a USB-A port. I'm sorry if I'm taking a bit of a while. Hold on. Why is that so blurry, bro? Oh my goodness. Hold on. Yeah, this is in. And the reason why I use a mouse is to navigate easier. Why do you want to navigate easier? Now, in games like Microsoft Flight Simulator, you want to turn on your aircraft faster. When you're in the cockpit of the plane, basically. But, yeah, there's that. Do not put that out of context. You little, Now, storage. Now, once you get your hard drive in, this is actually a 1 terabyte hard drive. I have like 1,300 gigabytes for your storage now. How about that? Oh, that's cringe. All storage right now is 715 gigabytes free. Because my hard drive actually does have a few games, as you can see. Like this bad boy, this one. Now, if you want to play games directly from the hard drive, you can only play Xbox 360, original Xbox, and Xbox One and One X games. like Xbox One games, like GTA 5. Now, I used to play from a low-end PC, so Xbox One ain't even that bad. It's like the PS4 of Xbox. If you know PS4 graphics, then well done. Now, the Series S is actually really quiet. I've never really heard the fan screaming. I mean, it's a next-gen console. What do you expect? Of course, it's not gonna be a PS4 Pro. But I'm gonna continue, yeah. Now, what if you want to play Series X and S games? The one that have this X and S logo right there. And you can't play those from the hard drive. But you can move them there, but you can't play them. Now, first of all these games should be on the hard drive. Once you want to play them, move them onto the Series S and play them. Yep. Keep doing it, moving it back and forth, back and forth. Now, it will usually take 10 or 5 minutes to move, or even 20. It depends on the game and depends on how fast your hard drive is. And if you plugged it into the front port, it will transfer way faster, and the game will also load faster. Not a big difference in performance, but it will load faster. Like, put an X and a Series X or S game onto the hard drive, and once you do that, you can now put it back in, but you will have to put another game back here. And yeah, now you have infinite storage. Sorta, if you have only a 500. It depends on your hard drive, man. But of course, you will have a hard drive laying around, like me, which I borrowed this from my dad. My dad lended me it. Oh well, bro, why am I pronouncing things so wrong? Like this one, which my dad gave me. And it's kind of funny how my Series S is next to my father's PS5. Like, look at how ginormous this thing is. These are two next-gen consoles, and they're both white. Now let's go into the second problem. Now we fixed this. The Series S now is overpowered. Now let's get over to the second thing. And let me just unplug this for a bit. Hold on. Oh, I accidentally moved the joysticks. I actually did it on purpose, because there's a weird screensaver on the... Anyways. So if we, as you can see here, this is the Series S controller. It's a great controller. Also, I have this thing off right here. This is the cap for the back, if you lay this down here. Now, this controller is not like PlayStation. What do you mean not like PlayStation? Now, this controller uses batteries similar to the ones on a TV remote. That was kind of harsh. But as you see here, you see these big batteries, these big ones that you see on LG Magic remotes? These ones could be used here. And the reason why it uses batteries, I'm going to explain why there's a USB-C port, by the way, in a bit. Now, if those batteries run out, you're going to have to go to the store and buy them again. Not that bad, because these run out after 3 days. And if you turn off vibration for the controller, it will last way longer. I mean, of course, it has like 4 vibration motors, like in the triggers. That explains why the triggers are kind of thick. But what if I showed you? Now, if you want to play better, now what you want to do, once you run out of batteries and you don't want to go out and buy batteries from a nearby store, you grab a USB-C cable, plug it in this USB-C port, and then plug the USB-A port into the console. Now, if it's a USB-C to USB-C cable, and you don't have a USB-C to USB-A, and it means you can't plug it in the console, that's a problem. But if you do, you will experience a problem. Now, I got your USB-C to USB-A, which you borrowed from the iPhone 15, if you're in the future, your iPhone 15, or your Android phone. You probably borrowed the USB-C to USB-A port, and once you plug it into the console, and then plug it in the controller, of course you have to sacrifice your keyboard or mouse or your hard drive, one of them at least, of course one of them. You have to play like this, with the wire going all the way to your couch. Now, if you have a wired keyboard and mouse, this is like the same thing. But now that you have a wired controller, like a PlayStation 2 controller, which will never run out of batteries because it's wired, of course, you will experience a problem. Now, if your sibling, let's say, or your mother, or your father, or your wife, or your kid, or your husband walks in front of you and takes the cable with their leg, what will happen? What are you doing? Be careful! Don't wiggle it out like that. Careful, I said. Careful. careful. Why do you make so many mistakes? By the way, you idiot, this is not your USB-C, this is a USB-A.
Charge this.
Your forward controller. Okay, bye. Okay, go. God, man. Like I'm telling you, siblings are annoy everything. You're recording, or let's say you're a kid. You got your Series S from Christmas. Now you run out of batteries, and if you play wired, and your sibling or your father walks in, or your mother, or like I said, if they hit the wire, the Series S will get pulled, or if you're lucky, the USB-A could yank out. Now your console will fall into the ground, or it will just slide on the ground, which is why it's on the ground, which is kind of more safer. Now that could break your Series S, or your USB port, or if it's on a table and it will just fall in. R.I.P. Rest in peace. And to prevent that from happening, you want to get a power bank. Let's remove this right here. Why do I have to hold it? I need to hire a cameraman, God. This right here, oh, not sponsored by Anchor, by the way. This is not a sponsor, but this is Anchor. An Anchor power bank. I don't know how many milliamps. Does it say on the back? I hope. I don't know. Now, this power bank here is going to solve that issue. As you see, this one has a USB-C and a USB-A port. Now you want to get a USB-C to USB-C cable, of course, a USB-C to USB-C cable, or just legitimately get a USB-A, or depending, okay? Now you can get your USB-C or USB-A cable and plug it in like this into your power bank. And what you want to do is you want to grab the USB-C port, go over to your controller, and watch this now. As you see, no batteries, I swear, no batteries, even on this thing, which I use to hold my devices. Put it on the ground, as you can see. No power, yeah, because legitimately the cap is off, and you can see there's no batteries. Grab it, and I need to, hold on, plug this in real quick, sorry everyone. And if the controller vibrates, that means it got power. As you see, the power bank automatically turned on for some reason. As you see, follow this wire, follow it to here. And as you see here, no batteries. And as you can see, nothing connected. Wireless. As you see here. Turn it on. And it will automatically connect to the Series S. And as you can see here, I'm going to move it. Hold on. Yes, legit. I just press B here, or you're back. I'm holding this with one hand. This is risky. Yeah, everything works. The directional pad, that's a loud directional pad with the new generation controllers. Now I just gotta put this cap back so it looks good. Now you don't want to put your batteries in here. Make sure they're on. Now this does not charge your batteries. Now it looks clean. Now this does not charge your batteries in your controller. Now to charge these, you'll have to get a custom charging dock for these things, which costs, I think there's one that costs 25 or 30 US dollars. Not bad. But what you're gonna do now is you're gonna grab the power bank, or you sit it on your lap, or under your chair, or let me just slide this under the pillow that I'm sitting on, like this, even on my feet, bro. I'm gonna slide this under like this, grab this, and then, guess what? Nothing is connected to the Series S, and my siblings can walk through without knocking something over. Of course, an expensive next-gen device. Now, basically this power bank probably holds like 10,000 milliamps, or I don't know, which is gonna last you probably even a month. I guarantee you, these things could even last a month now. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button, and if you thought this was helpful, even though it's not, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. God! Bro!